Hello everybody and welcome back or welcome to this channel. My name is Cassie and I make videos about our K1 journey and lifestyle in general. In this video today, we are finally doing our first ever episode for our AOS. That's right, our adjustment of status series. So adjustment of status is filed using the form I-485, and along with form 485, we also filed I-131 and 765. I-131 is for the advanced travel parole or the travel document, and then the I-765 is for employment authorization or the EAD. And just to give you a little bit of a background, I have mentioned in my previous videos that we already submitted our packet back in October 10, and then USCIS received it October 12, went through our papers October 13, but then, as I also mentioned, we filed the wrong payment. So we were waiting for our rejection notice, which came in the mail 20 days after USCIS went or received our packet. So we kind of lost 3 weeks in the process, but that's okay because we're moving forward. And just on the day when we received our rejection notice on the mail, in the mail, we sent out our corrected packet on the same day. So that's November 2, and it is expected to be delivered or received by USCIS on November 4. However, that's a Saturday, so we are expecting them to go through our papers on November 6th, which is a Monday, which is tomorrow. Actually, I'm filming this today, November 5. Well, that's all exciting, and I'm making this video to share with you what we included in our packet. So just a disclaimer, this is not, I haven't been approved yet, so I'm not sure if the documents that we sent are sufficient for USCIS. So there might be, hopefully there won't be, but there could be more documents that they will be requesting from us. But today I'll share with you what we initially submitted. So because our initial filing was rejected by USCIS, there was actually a green form that was sent to us along with the rejection notice. And that green form, it's actually kind of neon green. I'll try to flash it here somewhere so you can see. It should be placed on top of the packet. So most of the documents that we sent initially to USCIS are the documents that we sent back. And those documents would come with this. I'm not sure if you can see. There's like a, yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, okay. Here, it's kind of it's a bunch of numbers basically. And it's like they already went through each of the pages in the initial packet that we sent. And the pages could be recycled or reused or used to resubmit. So we did that. We only updated a few pages, but not really the USCIS forms. We updated our cover letter, our G1145, and that was pretty much it, and everything else stayed intact. When the packet came to us, it was stapled, but the order of the documents were not the order that we sent it. So we had to take out the staple wire, and then rearranged the packet according to our cover letter. So today I'll be sharing with you the requirements that we sent. We'll start with the main form that we applied for, which is the form I-485 or application to register for permanent resident or adjustment of status. So basically all the requirements that are listed here are very much, I mean, pretty much all on hand for everyone, I think, who have applied for a K1 visa. There's just a few things that we needed to update, like, for example, our marriage certificate, because that only becomes available after you marry your petitioner. So this is what our cover letter looks like. I'm just gonna hide this bit here, which is my contact information and address. If you want to screenshot this, you may do so, but I'll go over it anyway. The first one is the cover letter, and then the second one is the G1145. The G1145 is this. This is e-notification of application or petition acceptance. This is optional, but I opted to include this form because I wanted to receive a text message or an email from USCIS once they have an update for our application. So it's just important to input your email address as well as your phone number, so then they could be able to send you with updates. So each of the forms that we have in the packet had the G1145. This is again available at the USCIS websites. Every form, all the forms that we used for this application can only be downloaded from the USCIS website. So you are sure to have the latest version of the forms, because if you use an outdated version of the form, that is also one ground for USCIS to reject your application. So yeah, so this is number 2. Number 3 is the filing check. So initially in our wrong filing fee, we used a credit card. So I've also seen a lot of videos where their credit card payment was not like pushing through because the bank did not recognize the transaction. So it's really better to use a personal check. Also, I'm correcting myself because in the previous video I said cashier's check. We actually used a personal check, which is the best way to pay for any immigration transaction, a personal check. So then after that, of course, the accomplished form I-485. I believe, I forgot, but there were a lot of pages. I think 13, if I'm not mistaken, 13, maybe 13 pages, or I don't know, but there was a lot of pages, but it was also easy, just like I-129F. It's just basic information about the applicant and the petitioner. So next is, again, you will be needing to provide 2 pieces of 2x2 photos. I used the photos that I used during my visa application because I had made a lot of copies from my initial transaction, because I know I would be using them today, and I know and understand that it's costly to get that done here in the United States. So I opted to get a bunch of copies while I was in the Philippines. Next is the passport bio page, just 1 copy. My original birth certificate. Now, I don't think you need to submit the original birth certificate, but I did it anyway. So I think you can use a photocopy of your birth certificate. Number 8 is the arrival documents. So arrival documents would be the visa page and admission stamps and your form I-94. The form I-94 is downloaded online, so you could just Google I-194, and on top of the search results, excuse me, should be the link where you can get your I-94. Next would be my eligibility records, which is the NOA1 and NOA2 from my K1 visa. That's the notice of receipt and notice of approval. Number 10 is our proof of relationship. So that would be our marriage certificate, his divorce decree, and our recent photos together. I included photos from our wedding and photos from our family gathering. So it's not just our photos, but photos with other people as well that were present with us during that time frame. And number 11 would be the affidavit of support. The affidavit of support is a form that is accomplished by the sponsor, which is the husband. So it is using the form I-864. So after accomplishing that form, the principal sponsor is needed to attach his birth certificate, his passport, and his tax files. It is recommended to have the 3-year record of your tax files too, as a supporting document to the I-864. So we did that. I think it's the same set of papers that we attached or prepared for the I-134, which is the affidavit of support for the K-1 visa application. And then lastly is the vaccination record. So the vaccination record from SLEC is given to us after we got our immunization shot. So we would be getting like a piece of paper and a CD. So I did not include the CD, just I included the vaccination record. So those are the requirements that we submitted for I-485. And the fee, the filing fee is, by the way, $1,225. It's $140 for the application for permanent resident, and $85 for biometrics fee. All right, so also the address where you send your packet would depend on which state you are in. So for us, I am in Indiana, so the designated lockbox where we sent it to is at Carroll Stream, Illinois. So it's in Chicago. So the next form that we attached or included in the application is my application for employment authorization. So this is what it looks like. So screenshot if you can. The attachment to this application is not a lot. We just included our cover letter, the G1145, which is the e-notification form, the accomplished I-765, which is the actual form, USCIS form for employment authorization, and then my passport bio page, which is also like, these are the requirements basically are similar to the 485. So it's best that you do the 485 first, because all of the requirements for I-131 and I-765 is from that packet. So you just need to photocopy it. Yeah, passport bio page, arrival documents like your visa page and admission stamps, the I-194 again, eligibility records, NOA-1, NOA-2 from your K-1 visa, the marriage certificate, and the vaccination record. For the application for travel document or the travel parole, same thing. I still had our cover letter, and then G1145, accomplished I-131 form, passport bio page, arrival documents, visa page, admission stamps, I-194, NOA-1, NOA-2, marriage certificate, and vaccination record. Now, these two forms, the 765 and I-131, comes free if you file it with the I-485. So that is highly suggested. But before doing all of this, and before even getting married, again, I highly suggest that you, the K-1 visa holder, get your SSN first, so you can start with other things and you don't get paralyzed. You can open your bank account, you can get your own insurance, all sorts of things. So do that, get married, and then file for these documents or apply for these forms. So yeah, what else? That's that. And most importantly, once you're able to mail your packet, you need to keep your USCIS receipt, which will have your tracking information, so you know that your packet really reached your USCIS office and it was received, and so that you are able to track your package and make sure that it's not lost. Because if you don't have this, then and you don't hear from USCIS, I don't know how to even resolve that. So yeah, and what are we doing? What's next for us after USCIS goes through our paper and cashes the check tomorrow? From what I hear or see from other 485 applicants, they receive a notice from USCIS within a week from when they received the packet, and that's in the form of text message or email, and then it comes in the mail like after a week. So we are hoping for that around November 13 or 14 to receive the first notice from USCIS. These applications will be treated separately, but so I think we will hear first from employment authorization, hopefully, and then the travel parole, and lastly the adjustment of status. A lot of people have been getting their green cards after 6 to 8 months from application, but with the employment authorization, it's 2 to 3 months from application. So I really hope I could get my employment authorization as soon as I can, because tomorrow, November 6th, I have a full day interview and plant tour at a company that I really want to work with, and it's a whole day thing. I cannot even we are gonna go look at the plant, like how everything works, the manufacturing and all that, and then I'm gonna go through a series of interviews. I feel like I only realized now that this almost feels like an onboarding. Like who does a 9 to 4 interview? It's like a shift already. And they're also gonna have some lunch for us tomorrow. So anyway, so yeah, I am searching for ways to expedite the employment authorization, because I see that people, when they get job offers, they use that as a support to fast track their employment authorization, but only after 30 days from application. So I hope I get to the point where this company would would send me a job offer, because fingers crossed. Again, I'm very excited for that. So yeah, anyway, comment down below, guys, if you want me to do a tutorial on how to fill out the forms, the 485, 765, the I-131, then I-864, and the G-1145, because there are so many documents, and then just let me know if that's going to be helpful for you. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you guys in our next episode, and I hope I will bring good news. Yeah, thank you, and cheers to all of you. Bye.